Alrighty, welcome back. Today just showing, like I did last week, the final hour to this endurance ride. Here's what it's looked like so far. Please don't quit. So we had a Volcano, Epic KOM, and then Alpe. All of those climbs. Okay, calm down everyone. We're good. Alright, we're back. Anywho, so just like last week, heart rate control climbs and the in-between sections kind of power controlled, not kind of, power control, and just looking at a lot of things like efficiency, sweat rates, a lot of things just to pass the time, but efficiency is a big one, the main one. So anyways, this is going to be a 3.5 hour ride. So last week was 3 hours, and I mentioned that we're going to build up a little slower this year. That was, I think, like my 5th week straight at that. It's time to move up. Felt pretty comfortable at the end of last week. So anyways, we'll do now 3.5 hour. Next week will be 3.5 hour. Then a recovery week. And then start at 3.5 hour. See how that goes. And possibly progress to 4 if we feel good with it. What are you beeping at? Anyways, so should be interesting to see if I finish the lap in time. This is on the 4 horseman course. That's why you can see 2,000 meters elevation gain already. Like I said, we did the Volcano, Epic, and then the Alpe. The Alpe was actually at the same heart rate, 1 minute and 10 seconds faster. All those climbs were around 4.75, so like 280 to 285 into 4.8 kind of range. But like I said, heart rate controlled. So, and that's why I say it's going to be interesting to see what happens on the Volcano here, because the ceiling on the climbs that I'm allowing the heart rate to get to is sort of mid 150s, which for me is like kind of top end of zone 2. And so it'll be interesting to see if we finish the lap in time and get there. Eventually we're going to do 2 of the 4 horseman course. It'll be epic. But if we can get to the Volcano in time, it'll be interesting to see what the Volcano climb the second time is versus the first time. First time was, I believe, 283 watts. Got it written down. But be interesting to see what now it is, because last 15 minutes or so here, I have been seeing a little bit of drifting up of the heart rate. So at the 30-minute mark, during these little in-between sections, it was 1.61, and then 75 minutes. This is like the in-between zone 1 kind of sections. On the climbs, you're at 280 at 150 something heart rate, 150. So those are higher, obviously, but in these in-between sections, we're at 1.61 at the 30-minute mark, 1.54 75 minute, and then 1.52 at 150 minutes. So it's trending down a little bit, and I have been seeing, like I said, in the last 15 minutes, a little bit of drift. About 20 minutes ago, at 200 watts, I was at about 132. Don't feel like the effort has really gone up, but like my legs feel pretty good still for having climbed 2,000 meters. Like, I mean, they're not fresh as a daisy right now, but pretty good. Anyways, I'm gonna get some music up, And this is, like I said in the title, a hangout. So people want to chat, I can still chat. What you're doing today, what you're building towards, whatever. What was that? Oh, music. Wow. Like surround sound here. Interesting. So, anyways, 45 minutes left. I think we'll make it to the volcano. I think so. The little 2-minute climb there, minute 30 climb. I think my best is like 127 or something. But that climb's not part of the agenda. So, because the thing is it's too short that, like, if I said something like, oh, I'm capping the heart rate at 155, right? The climb's only a couple minutes long, right? So it's going to take however long, a minute, whatever, for the heart rate to even get up. So it's not really a good test, like, to do kind of efficiency testing. It's too short of an effort. Efficiency is better over long periods of time, right? Because then that accounts for that lag in the heart rate. And where it gets really interesting is when you're at longer rides in this range, when now nutrition, hydration is starting to play a role in things. Heat, it's getting a little hot. Opened up that window. Anyways, I'm interested to see. Hey Google, turn the volume up to 100%. Again, this is no copyright stuff. And I haven't been using power-ups on climbs, because then it's kind of cheated if we're comparing week to week. Amazingly, 3.5 hours. This could be one of my longer rides in a while. I didn't do that many long rides last year. Did a few in the beginning, obviously, when I was training for Texas. Didn't happen. Some epically long ones, with some very hard intervals at the end of them. Like sometimes starting a set of like VO2 max or threshold, just over threshold intervals, like 180k into the ride. It's brutal. But anyways, after Texas was off, I think I did like a weekly, that kinetic 100k ride, but like it was on Tempest, so like you fly through 100k like super fast. You're going like 45k an hour. Bunch of guys doing just like holding 4 on that course. And it was a big group too, like, it was, 100 people, so you just flew through it. Hey Brett, how you doing? No, thank goodness. Back on Tron. I wish there was a way that I can convert my drops there into real money, because, like, there's nothing to buy. I got everything. I feel like Drake. I'm gonna start singing All Me in the basement here, because I feel like I've earned it on Zwift. I can do it. Got enough. I won't do it for you now though. I'll spare you. My rap skills are lacking. I think we're gonna make it. Last time got on the first lap at least, got to the volcano in like 16 minutes, something like that. So if we get to the end here, we get into the volcano probably like 3:10. So then 7:29 was the time up the first time, capping that at 1:55. Got a little higher right at the end on that steep section, got out of the saddle, got a little excited, or too excited. So got like 1:58 on that section. But nonetheless, 7:29. So that should put me at 3:17, and then this until the finish. What is this song? It's like soft pop. This is no copyright? Oh boy, really? Okay. Rhythm of the Night's no copyright? Surprising. How was the run, Brett? I don't know if you're still here. Ha! Yeah, you heard that. Hey Google. Hey Siri.
What can I do for you? How can I help?
Listen to that? It's an honor to be mistaken. She wrote a poem for her too. Go to sleep now. Get away. Yeah. She also wrote a poem. She's like, roses are red, violets are blue, something something, Siri, I love you. Like, it was pretty good. Yeah, somebody with the name Period did this climb in 1 minute and 1 second. Yeah, right. So you put 1,000 watts. 10 watts per kilo gets you like 1:30. In that range. In Zwift Academy I did 5.65, something like that, 5.7, like 570, and I think it was 1:30. Something around there. The trainer's an erg on these parts. Oh, hopefully. Hopefully, I mean some people are, right? I still just too freaked out. Hey Google, turn the volume to 50%. Sorry, but this music is just trash. It's increasing my heart rate because I'm getting upset. But yeah, some people already are, right? I'm not sure they should be open, I don't know. Like, considering we don't know much about anything. But, thank goodness, we landed on Mars successfully. We've proven on Earth we can handle things perfectly. So let's venture off to Mars. And then, 10 years from now, we'll be able to answer the question of, was there life? Tell me what that does for us? Beats me. I don't know. It's just all for, you know, puffing your chest out and being like, yeah, that's right. How about we put that money to this planet, solving things here? I don't know. I've always been skeptical, or skeptical is not the right word. Unsure of the purpose of space travel. So we will make it to the volcano. So we'll be able to see a little comparison. Hitting that Volcano at the 15-minute mark versus at the 3-hour mark, and seeing what that heart rate at 155, something in that range, what that equates to. What's next up for you, Brett? You gonna do some time trials or something? It's a little too quiet. No music. Alright, I'll give in. Hey Siri, almost again. Hey Google, turn the volume to 100%. Nice. It depends on the course. Like, I think the Tron, like Zwift Insider should have the information, but I always thought the Tron was faster if you have like descents or some climbs in it than like the aero road. Like the contest would be between like the aero road or the Venge there. Is it the Venge? Yeah. With that disc and 858. Because the Tron, the thing is the Tron's the fastest frame, but it's got the just Tron wheels, right? So the other one, like the aero road, like you said, or the Venge, you could put that disc on it. So I think in a straight sprint, the one with the disc is faster by a little bit. It's close, but then the disc and the deep wheel against the Tron uphill, the Tron will win. In a lot of races like Premier League and stuff like that, I don't think they allow the Tron. And in that case, I think the best all round is kind of, like you said, the aero road or the Venge, and then put like the Zip 454s. Alright, we're over the 3-hour mark. Now we're in uncharted territory for the year. I don't think I've gone over 3 hours in a while. Since maybe October. Been focusing just on getting fast. And letting the endurance just kind of come. Or I shouldn't say that. Make it easy for the endurance to come once that speed's in, right? Like if you're, well, hopefully I start winning some races. I'm hoping. I know once I get into a climbing race, then I feel good about my chances. But I really want to win one of these sprint ones. It'd be fun. Not like, the thing is, I've said it before, like putting out some massive effort on a climb, like, you know, on the Alpe or in Innsbruck or something like that, and getting a win, yeah, it pumps you up. You're kind of like, yes, but nothing, absolutely nothing compares to the adrenaline rush that you get winning a sprint finish. I punched a hole in the wall back there. When I did, I got so pumped, I did like a Tiger Woods fist bump, and I punched a hole right through the wall. Literally. It's back there. It's a picture on Facebook. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Because that heart rate is, so like when I approached the volcano the first time, we were at around 124 beats a minute at this power. Or 127, sorry, my bad. I'm getting two lines confused. 127. So we're 11 beats, 10 beats higher. Let's see if we can put Heroes. It's the only good song. There she is. I feel like the effort's not hard enough to deserve this song, but it's a nice song. So, as I said, we're capped at 155. I'm gonna predict that. So the first time was, like I said, around 280 to 285. I'm gonna predict that that heart rate equates out to 260. Not as good this week. Last week it was much better in terms of the heart rate staying stable, start to finish. And man, I gotta pee. But we're basically done after this, so that's good. Like, we don't have that much room to grow right now, unfortunately. We got 16 beats. 15. Uh-oh. We may have to go back. Thank you, Dean. I don't know if you're watching. Hey, look at that. We got another subscriber rolling. 127. I tell you. Only like 900 more. Come on. Alright. At least it's coming down a little. 20 beats to grow. Gotta write this down. So we have gone down 161 to 154 to 1.52 to 146. I don't like that. Although, like I said, the climbs, I did the epic, I think 40 seconds faster at the same heart rate. Alpe was 1:10. It was like 43.50. The Volcano was actually slower at a higher power. Interesting how that happened. Maybe the first time I had a bit of a draft or something. Oh my god, I gotta pee. So the first time I did the first like 3 minutes or so in a big gear, out of the saddle kinda, and then we picked up the cadence. So we'll do the same thing again. we're capping this 155. Roger. Ooh, I got up quick. Thank you. Have a good one if you're going. And that was pretty good. Pretty good. The fact that I gotta pee like crazy is picking this up. I wanna finish. When we come out of this tunnel, then we pick the cadence back up. On down. I know we can go faster, obviously, but there's no point. The test is keeping that heart rate the same as it was the last time up. Like, yeah, we could just crank this out right now. It's not the purpose here. on. Breathing through my darn nose. Go down. My power is the exact same, and we're 10 seconds slower. How does that make sense? I don't really care about the time, I guess. Just look at the power. The exact same. Now, last time we got out of the saddle here, gave myself some time to have some fun. Gotta have fun. Exact same power. So I mean, it must have been busier on the first, and you just get a tow. Anyways, that was good though. Like I said, who cares about the time? Power was the exact same. $15 minutes to go. Hey Google, turn the volume to 50%. So anyways, now we just ride this out. That's a good chunk of climbing. Is that in feet? Google can do this. Hey Google, what's 2,334 meters in feet? 6,000 or 7,657. I think that's what you said. It's pretty good. Anyways, we'll finish this up, then I'll just show the timeline. I think people seem to like that. I don't know. At least from Ed's videos, people love seeing the timeline at the end. So, me too. I like seeing it too. It's the best part. It's unbelievable how much I gotta pee right now. "12 minutes. Don't want to relax too much here. But against what I thought that was going to be 20 watts slower than that, because I felt like the heart rate was starting to drift up a bit there. Turns out, it's perfectly fine. And I don't understand that, but how? But I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. So we'll do the same ride next weekend, and then again 2 weekends from now, and then we'll see if we feel we can go at 4 on this same course, which means you might get the Epic KOM in addition. We'll see what happens here if we get to the base of it, because the Epic took me, I think, 20 minutes, 20 something, 20 minutes and 50 seconds or something, maybe a little quicker, maybe it's 20:40, I don't know, we'll figure out on Strava. You see that Strava took away all the other segments. I like it. It's beautiful. Now it's so clean, you don't see like 250 segments on your ride. Now it's just like the official segments. It's beautiful. Because like, it's really helpful for this. Because like when I'm comparing like week to week, this same thing that I've been talking about for the last couple weeks, this same exact type of ride, like sometimes you see the Epic KON and you're like, wait, is it this one? Or no, is it this one? I don't know. Which one did I take from the first time? And then I have to go back to the other ride and see, okay, let's see what the ride, or the time was, see what I wrote down in Training Peaks, because that's where I'm writing them down. And then, it's a mess. Now, it's beautiful. It's like, well, it's the Epic KOM. There's only one of them. So we'll see it. Boom. Alpe. Boom. Volcano. Done. I think if I do 2 of these 4 horsemen courses, wow! I tell you, you watch out. Watch out. This could be ridiculous. His legs are going to be bulging, veiny. It's going to be awesome. In other news, speaking of that power-up, if you saw that race yesterday, it's driving me nuts. How early I hit that power-up. It was so weird. The thing stopped counting down to the finish, which I looked at another person's stream, and did the same for them too, so it's fair. But I saw some of the people around me, including the guy who put out 15.5 watts per kilo for 30 seconds, and was doing that frequently throughout the race. That's another story though, but I saw the people around me hit it, and I was like, ooh, I don't know, how much is there to go? I don't know, I feel like we're close, but we're not that close. I don't know. So I just hit mine because I figured I don't want to be left, even if it's early. Like, if these guys go off, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to hit it now, well, there's nobody to draft off of. The pack's gone, right? You got to kind of go with the pack sometimes, or else it's, you know, you're getting left. So I hit it, and then it finished so early. And the guy who actually won timed his perfectly. So maybe I'm wrong on having to go with the pack. He proved that maybe he didn't, but then again, he had a big sprint, so he could have overcome the solo gap, bridge up. Whoa, holy crap. What the hell just happened to the heart rate? Calm down. Talking to you. Yeah, that's right. Get back down there. The other thing I noticed with the race is my so-called leg speed. There wasn't any. I got up to max RPM of 99 in my sprint, and then just like grinded it out. And basically what I'm going to do next time, because I think what happens is that I'm kind of nervous to change gears as I'm sprinting. So my kind of compromise, I guess you can say, is I just start out in a big gear. I'm like, I'm just going to start out at, 65, 70 RPM, something like that, and then just wind it up, right? So that I never have to change gears, right? And the fact is that if you hit your peak power at, let's just say 110 for me, right? Because I'm not going to hit peak power at 130, right? I just don't have that skill yet. And I think that would take a long time to develop. And I'm obviously not going to work sprint power for the next 5 months here, right? We got to get back to some, threshold, VO2 max, eventually. And in any case, so let's just say if I hit my peak sprint at 110 RPM, well, if we do this strategy of starting out like at the cadence I'm at now, and then just, building that speed up. It's in erg mode, by the way, so it's not going to go crazy. But if you do it like that, right, then fact is even if you manage to get up to 110 RPM from that 70, by the time you hit 110, you're already tired, right? Because you've just spent, let's say 6, 7, 8 seconds building up from 70, right? So by the time you hit your optimal cadence, it ain't optimal anymore because that force component, remember we talked about the two components, force and speed. Well, you've got the speed at that point, but you've tanked the force because now your legs are tired. So what I need to do basically is not be afraid to change gears. And so I'm going to just start out so that I can hit 110 in that range very quickly, right? So I'll get a big peak, big peak power, right, for 5, 6 seconds in that range, and then be okay hitting that gear to change as I start to become uncomfortable at that kind of a cadence, right, which I would, after now the kind of the force, the inertia has been overcome, or the resistance has been overcome on the trainer, then at that point, hit that gear and get into a bigger gear, and then you can grind it out maybe, at 100, as it tapers off. But I want to see that big peak, and then it maybe go down a little bit. But the thing is we're never going to hit a big peak if by the time we get to that optimal cadence, we're dead. Which is what happened yesterday, right? Fun 100 meters was like death. My power was like 11. And we didn't even hit a big peak. So you successfully kind of messed yourself up in 2 ways. You never hit a big peak, and you can't really sustain it if you keep in that gear the whole time, because then you're just grinding down, and you're tired. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it does, but basically start out in a smaller gear, spike that power fast. Right? Don't worry about building it. I don't know, I don't think sprinters are progressively building that power that much. Maybe a little bit, as they are in a lead-out train. But I feel like once they hit their peak, it's a big peak, and then it's going to taper off a little bit. I don't think they hit their peak power and then hit another, and then another. Right? That's just my opinion. I think for me, it's going to be get that peak quick at that, and the way you do that is big force at that fast leg speed, and then just hang on. In any case, we're coming to the end here. Hey Google, Stop music. So yes, I'm right in that next week, or not next week, sorry, in maybe a month's time, whatever, whenever I feel comfortable moving up, we are going to get the Epic. And then the cool down will be, you know, very short, few minutes. Well, that was good. I'm happy with that. Felt good. Felt like a good workout. Salty like crazy. My quads are covered in salt. It was pretty hot for some reason. I don't understand. It's this own microclimate down here. I wonder if I just go up this hill. See if he'll get me to 2400. No, I don't think so. We're gonna go up nonetheless. I'm just gonna get to the bottom of the Epic. Visualize doing another 20 minutes. And it's not that hard of an intensity, but at this point in time, it feels a little bit harder, that's for sure, than what it would fresh. Also, I think the calibration time, when I calibrate, it includes that time, right? Because your guy's moving. As you spin up, or spin down, sorry, right? The guy's moving. So, you know, right now, if he was, you know, coasting for 30 seconds there, now we're at about 3.5 hours. So you gotta always do a little extra, because coach said 3.5 hours. And if he sees 3 hours and 29 minutes, oh my God, he'd be very angry. You're gonna just do push-ups till you can't feel your arms. It's punishment. That's it. Why is it nighttime? I've been riding that long. Alright. The timeline. Oh my God, I gotta pee. Ugh. Let's see. Look at those stats. 49. By the way, again, these aren't my best. That's my best 20 minute, but 1 minute and 5 minute, no. And I think that's also not my best 5. It's 870 now. Got 2 watts, but that is my best 20 minute. That was that one I did at the end of last year. But look at that, 49,000. We're gonna hit 50,000 in no time. Man alive, that's pretty good. Maybe we'll get outside someday, but let's see what it looked like. Ooh. Pretty good looking. Would have been nice if there was something in the middle there. That was when I started the stream. There's such a long gap there. Maybe next time I'll do the, maybe I'll do that. Instead of just doing the 4 horsemen, maybe I'll come down and I'll go up the Epic from reverse and then come back down and do the Volcano. so that I can get like 10 minutes or something in the middle there. Because look at this, like loafing around here for like 40 minutes. This is weak. Anyways, pretty good. Anyways, thanks for watching. For anyone still around. And I'll catch ya this week on Wednesday for the next sprint workout, which I'm excited to show because it's different than the other ones. It's quite different. Should be pretty interesting, and I think this one's going to be very specific to Zwift racing. In the end, with this whole game plan or project, we're trying to just increase that power that we got through the assessment. The Zwift races are just opportunities to test it under slightly different conditions and see if it maybe translates over, right? Because we're now under fatigue, you know, as you lead into the sprint. But it's not the goal that, you know, we're going to set our peak power during that race, but it's kind of the application part of the, you know, practical component. Practical. This glove is stuck. I hate when they don't have a pull tab on it. I don't know what I was saying. Anyways, Wednesday we'll have a different workout that I think is going to be quite interesting and translate very nicely over to just pure Zwift performance. And excited to share that. Anyways,